Best Gobblegum setup. Spawn in, grab the Max's drone head, grab the shovel, always that spawns to your right, flip the switch to the left, and activate Gen 1. Prone at the perk machine, and also get the double points from the chest. Open to Gen 2, the first shield part will be at the end of the tunnel, on top of the MP40 wall buy, or inside the bunker right when you get there. Turn on Generator 2. Grab the blue ice disc at Gen 2. It can also spawn on this area here, or on this area to the right here. Pick up the dirty slate. You can then buy the VMP or the MP40, and then grab the switch and make it go downwards. Turn on Generator 3 on the other side. Grab the shield visor at the fire tunnel here, at the bunker on the way to Gen 3 from Gen 1, and the shield visor at Gen 3. Make sure to go in through all the robots by shooting the bottom of their feet that is lit up and grabbing the wind staff part. The wind disc can spawn at Gen 5 on the top of these boxes, inside of the lightning tunnel, and then also right next to stamina. Turn on Generator 5 and make sure you go up to the lightning switch and turn it downwards. This was my middle robot, and I was able to get through the right side and grab this piece. The blank disc you can find at the front of the excavation sign at the mound, on top of the mound next to the pack-a-punch, or behind the mound right here. Make sure to flip this switch to up. The last shield part can be by this MP40 or KN44 wall buy at Jug, this shield visor area right in front of the mound, and lastly right behind the mound. Turn on Generator 4, grab Jug, Stamina Up, Speed Cola, and Quick Revive, and turn the switch up. The fire disc at Gen 6 can be right next to the tank, right on the pews on these churches, or right next to the box at Gen 6. To get the G-Strike, place the Dirty Slate into the podium, get 20 elims by Insta-Kill, Widow's Wine, Shield. Or on Black Ops 2, you can use a glitch where you use the staff and then switch to the shield. Switch the top switch at church once, and switch the bottom switch at church twice, then build the shield. Once you get enough elims with the shield, grab the slate once you see no more souls are being taken, and follow my path exactly back to Gen 2 where you got the slate, and make sure you do not get it dirty. If you do, run back to the podium and replace it again. Get melee kills again with the shield or with your knife as well, or the BO2 glitch. You can hoard them up around this Gen 2 tank area until you pick up the G-Strikes. Make sure to look for the red fire plane and shoot it down to grab one of the fire stab parts that will always spawn right in front of the mound here. Grab the lightning disc at the bottom of the wind tunnel, right next to this wheelbarrow, or next to Juggernog on this table right here. The engine to the Maxidrone can be on this right side of the tank path, the left side of the tank path, or at the bottom of the ice tunnel. Turn on Gen 6 and then make sure to grab the fire staff part that comes with it. The rotor for the Maxidrone can spawn right next to the Gobblegum machine, right next to the gramophone here, which will always be in this area, and then at the bottom of where the mound is. Make sure to pick up the gramophone before you leave any area. Pack-a-punch the starting pistol to get the Mauser. Activate the tank as well to get all of the lightning staff parts. The first one is on the first path. Jump on the guard railing and then jump off. Watch out for the Origins robot, but the part will always be there. The second ride, you can grab the last two parts with Stamina Up and a Mauser. Get on the railing, run as fast as you can to pick up this part. Go all the way here. You can shoot yourself and knock back yourself with the upgraded Mauser, and then run and jump onto the tank to get this last third part over here. Make sure as well when you're doing this that you're able to become clear, because as you can see, the last fire staff part comes from the Panzer, and you need a good weapon to be able to take him out. Go to the Gen 5 tunnel and place the gramophone to start the lightning staff upgrade. Grab the stone, go back down to where the dials are, and make sure all of them are set to purple. Build the lightning staff, and then go back into the crazy place and follow this guide here. It's exactly what the image says. 136, 357, 246. Shoot the bottom row, not the top row whatsoever. And if you miss any of the switches as well, they're on the guide right down below. After this, I finally got my third and final wind staff part at church. Make sure when you're doing the dials, the left side fixes the top area, the right side fixes the second dial area. The third dial also right here can be affected and fixes the bottom one. And the last one you can jump from Mule Kick and fix from there. Shoot the orb that comes down after you do the lightning staff and place the lightning staff there. Place the gramophone at the Gen 6 tunnel, grab the stone, then make sure you grab all the ice staff parts when it's snowing at Gen 1, 2, and 3, Gen 4 and 5, and Gen 6. Grab and build the ice staff. make sure you go back to the crazy place and follow the symbols again. Look for the corresponding symbol on the cheat sheet and shoot it until all of the symbols have been turned over. You'll know you do this once you get an incredibly loud, annoying sound. Exit through the fire tunnel area and then shoot this tombstone with the ice staff and then a bullet weapon. You can do it with every other weapon except for the Mauser upgraded for some reason. The second tombstone is right behind Juggernog here. And the last tombstone is right beside the mound, right next to that second one. You'll know you've done it if you see the laser. Shoot the orb at the very bottom to activate all the dials and make sure they're all set to the corresponding color. And then build the Maxis drone at Wind Tunnel and place the ice staff, and then grab the Wind Staff crystal. Build the Wind Staff at the bottom of the mound. Then go back to the Wind Staff area and set this code from the center of the Wind Portal puzzle exactly as shown on the screen. You'll know you've done it correctly if they start spinning. Leave the Wind Staff area and shoot this portal towards the mound, the second portal right at the top of the Gen 6 tank path, and the third one right next to stamina. You know you've done it correctly if you see the laser. Shoot the orb as well with the 4 dials, and then place it back down. Go back to spawn and go through the fire tunnel and bring the gramophone to grab the fire crystal. You can also activate the teleporter before you grab the crystal to leave faster. Build the fire staff at the bottom of the mound. Then make sure you fill enough souls with the fire staff here, and you'll also be able to fill up the souls for the upgraded staffs while you're doing this. You'll know you've done it if all 4 cauldrons are lit up. Leave through ice staff, and then the fire staff tunnel puzzle is exactly as shown here. Your last digit will always be 4, but for my game here, I got 11, 7, and 6. Input 11, 7, 6, 4, or blood, which will always be the final one as shown here, and that is how you do the fire staff upgrade. Shoot the fire orb at the very bottom, and place the fire as well while grabbing the lightning, the wind, and the ice. You're gonna need these all to go back to the mound for this next step. Use the ice staff upgraded to fill in the fire staff as well. Grab the fire staff and leave through the wind portal. Place the fire staff on its pedestal here. Then grab the wind staff and also make sure to place it in the middle robot. If you're on Black Ops 2, you can make sure to just place the 4 fire staffs down at the same time and just do a glitch. Ice staff goes at the Gen 6 robot, and the lightning staff goes at the Gen 1, 2, and 3 robot. You'll know you've done it correctly if you hear that noise. Now there are 4 soul chests that you have to fill. The first one is at Gen 5, and you should do this right after this. The second one is right next to the mound here. The third one is at the Gen 6 area. They're all in the footprints as well. And the fourth one is right behind Juggernog. Then you can go back to Gen 1 and 6 and pick up your 1-inch punch. Wait for the middle robot to have an opening on the foot. Make sure you run up to this red button. As soon as you hit it, immediately run out and make sure you are right at Gen 5 to throw the G-Strike nade over the top of where this hole needs to be burned. As soon as the hole is open, you can throw the Maxis drone that you've already picked up and built, and he will descend, and a bunch of panzers will be able to come through. Defeat the panzers. If they don't drop a zombie blood, you can spawn it in with the ice staff by shooting these 3 bonfires around the map. Grab the zombie blood right next to the pack punch. Shoot the red plane just like for the fire staff. Run counterclockwise, and you can take the Maxis drone out here. Get 20 elims with your 1-inch punch at the bottom. You don't have to actually take them out. Just get rid of the white stuff on their fists. Grab the fist upgrade as well. And then make sure all the staffs are placed back at the crazy place. Grab the Maxis drone, and you're going to have to get 100 kills without using your staffs. I recommend Death Machines, the upgraded fists, Mauser, the MP40 upgraded. Once you've done all of that, let the Maxis drone go and hold F, and you have beaten Origins.